This video out there on, hey, what the heck is going on in the market? Is it going to crash? Is it just going to be 2008 all over again? And definitely want to tell folks, don't get so wrapped up in the negativity in media. And I don't know if this came from the 1970s or the 1980s, but there's a saying that says, if it bleeds, it leads. So car crashes, wars, political strife, anything you can think of that is horrible is a lot of times the things that people are attracted to, that they watch, the whole train wreck theory, right? So yes, there's definitely bad news when it comes to real estate, when it comes to mortgages. But this is where you've got to be a discerning consumer, and discerning in the sense of getting through the negativity. So do I think it's going to crash? No, we're probably going to have a deceleration on values. I don't think that we're going to see values go way down. And I'll tell you why. We just don't have enough inventory. And there's a pent up demand right now. There's a saying, and I think it was Warren Buffett who said, when there's blood on the streets is when you want to be out there investing. So this is the time. This is the time to pour money into your 401k, pour money into stocks and into investing, and keep buying. This is also the time that if you're looking for a home for your family, if the payment's right, if what you need to come up with out of pocket is right, and if you qualify, and if it meets all of the needs of you and your family and whomever is going to live in that house with you, then it is the right thing. Yes, the market's going to get bad as far as interest rates. It's highly likely they're going to keep going up. The Fed overnight rate typically does not affect mortgages. Mortgages are affected by mortgage-backed securities. However, what the Fed is trying to do, and the history proves that when the Fed does do this, that they can usually get their arms around inflation. Inflation is bad for mortgage-backed securities. As a result, mortgage-backed securities don't like it. We start seeing interest rates go up. And yes, they've gone up at record levels. Probably the worst thing is when I talk to someone that got pre-approved back in 2020 or in 2021 or even 2019, they're not happy. And I get it. So as we're getting all this negative vibe out there, I'm talking to people and they're just getting so negative about real estate. And when you get rid of all the webs and all of the negativity and everything that's going on, and just look at from a historical standpoint, if you happen to follow me on social media, I did a great post that showed the recession that happened in 2008. And anyone that bought a house in 2008 is really, really happy right now. So yeah, we're probably headed for a recession. But once the Fed gets their arms around inflation, and it's being predicted that we should start seeing interest rates come down around spring of 2023, we may see a rapid acceleration on appreciation, because you're going to have all these people that have been on the sidelines hop back in when interest rates come back down. So don't feed into the noise. Really look at, from a common sense perspective, right? So let's say common sense. And let's say like stupid common sense, real estate never goes up, right? But you buy a home and you're conservative and you get a 30-year mortgage on the home. You do fixed, you don't do an adjustable, you don't do anything, and you just sit there and you just pay it. At the end of 30 years, you've got something that you can sell, even if the value is exactly the same. So common sense, very simple common sense. We are going to see real estate come back. It's one of the best ways to build wealth for families. Get rid of the noise, get rid of all of the garbage that's out there, and listen to people that have been in the industry and that have been through various markets. And maybe it's somebody that hasn't, like maybe you have a good lender that hasn't been around a good time, but they're smart and they know how to look at the data, and they can share good third-party data with you. But for those that have been around a long time, sometimes that's a really good resource to lean on. So like, subscribe, share, leave comments, and would love to know your feedback. And with sharing, share this with someone that may be on the fence, And questions, reach out. Thank you.